back again.
Hey,
Episode 48. Hood, Hierarchy, Mobcast.
huh?
You know, Snap G ain't here today, but I got another guest, a special
Who?
guest, friend of the
The one and
show,
only.
behind the scenes producer. You know, the one and only. Tell me who you is, fam. Tell me who you is, fam. Tell
Hey,
me who
you
you is.
already know who you with. Young Rick, Your Highness, Guap Gitters, Prince, Double G's for life, better action, wife. I do it. It's me, the one and only. By the grace of God, I'm still here. By the love of my family, I'm still living. Let's get it.
Hey, so we getting it going. Check us out on YouTube. We love it when y'all check us out on YouTube. Hit
Rock.
that like, hit that subscribe. If you want us to survive, if you care, hit that share. Leave a comment if you really, really own it.
Tell them.
Now, check
Get
it out.
down.
You said something, Ricky. You say something often, and I've been feeding this to people. Why don't you tell? Why don't you tell the people listening exactly what is the guap getters? Because I don't think a lot of people really understand. So just give us a little history on what you're talking about.
I mean, it started as gaining wealth off productivity,
All right.
but it was several members of us who took it to whatever they wanted to take it to. It was getting whatever off pimping. It was, a little bit of everything, but it was just generating that wealth off of us being productive as young black men, entrepreneurs. We were placed in a society where a lot of things weren't given to us. So we had to be creative with our own ways, and that's the way we came up with it. If it was doing this or doing that, we still had to make sure that we were straight. And a lot of times that people just consider themselves, but we was in a organization where we thought amongst each other, and it was productivity. We got a lot of strong backs. We got a lot of strong young
Oh
men.
man, hold on, you froze up. Hold on.
Okay, let me know. You want me to leave and come back?
No, 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 it's back. It's back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just off the productivity. I mean, when I came, it was never anything other than this is what you could do, and it wasn't nothing illegal. It
What you
was just
mean when
hey.
what you mean when you came? You actually came up with the name.
Well, when
So
I came, it was I was young. I was 19, fresh out the crib. I didn't have any responsibilities, didn't know about them, and a couple of my elders had pulled me to the side and said, "You got a lot of potential. Let's utilize that since you've been wanting to do it for so long, and you happen to be one of the people who was intrigued by my excitement to do something that you was doing already. So it was like, hey, let's turn your creativity into something that's productive to ultimately give us some production of money.
right.
So it was all cool with those facts. And I was just surrounded by people that I've never been around that really wanted to do something different and really wanted to do something that I love, but wanted to make some money. And it was
Right.
always every day was a different day, a different way of
Right.
making some money, but it was being productive. And that's why I
Let me
said we getting whatever off productivity.
let me ask you this,
Being
right? Let me ask you
sure,
this. So everything you're saying now, just recently we was in Austin, Texas,
turn up.
and we
Hey,
seen DJ Meal Ticket, who
yep.
actually
Herbo DJ.
yeah, Herbo DJ. He produced stuff for Herbo. He worked Lil Durk, all of them. He came up with them in the
Gang.
begin since the beginning of the drill movement.
Yeah.
So when he seen you, he's like, "Oh man, that's my man." And he's like, "Oh man, he from the hood." You're like, "Yeah, we went to school together. We grew up together." So, well, I'm asking you this to say, what is it like being someone from the hood that you went to school, you
Yeah.
went to school, got your trade, and
I did a
you,
lot more than that.
and you got you a good job though.
Right.
So I'm trying to say, like, what keeps you focused to do that instead of like, being a drug dealer? Like, some of our people, including me, caught some time from for different stuff, But that wasn't my skill anyway. I'm a businessman
Right.
all the way. I'm,
For
I'm
me, everything that's done to me is truly what you want to be. I
right,
wasn't never trying to be no hood dude. I wasn't never trying to be no big gangster because I wasn't
right,
none of that. In the hood exposes weaknesses. So how you gonna be a hood dude but you not like that? How you gonna wanna, fight families and then you got a fake family or you a ward of the state? You ain't got no gang. It's like you gotta be yourself. People used to call me Ricardo. I couldn't even flip none of that. It was just me being around, seeing things and knowing that we could do anything in our circle. I
right,
wasn't the coldest flipper, but my man's was. But I'm finna
right.
push him. I wasn't the best hooper, but all my friends made it seem like this the coldest person we ever seen. So it was a lot of things that generated from my my peers that gave me that power. Now, when you're talking about looking at the mobsters and all this, it was like we wasn't close to them. The dude who got all the money and all this, you might know his son, you might know his cousin, but he
Right.
wasn't out there like, hey, y'all do this, y'all do that. And if he was, he had his little crew that he was doing that with. It wasn't no big variety from us. I was on 70th and St. Even when I go with my granny crib, Walcott, or my other granny crib, Carpenter, it
Right.
wasn't our figures was people we actually could see. It was like, dang, okay, I see dude doing this. They never told us to do what we doing.
Well, let me
They
ask you
always
this.
wanted to find potential in what we could do outside of doing that.
Let me ask you this. It's funny, right? It's kind of like you kind of like a Fresh Prince of Bel Air to me, right?
It's me. Ah,
So what was it like, right, to get for me to come snatch you out the hood or whatever your whole life that you got going on,
right,
and you come to this town that I'm in with me and my friends, and all of us are a good 10 years older than you.
right.
It's like basically you grew up under us. So
Yeah.
like you said, you was 19. So what was that like having all your friends be like 10 years older than you? Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think the biggest thing to go back to the first question was a blessing to have somebody able to say, let me come grab dude and show him how we move around differently.
Right.
Because when you in Chicago, I was designated to blocks. It was like, I know I can go on this block, my people there. I go on this block, my other people there. It was when I came here, it was like, hey, we go everywhere. Even though in the city, my cousin them used to always say, "Don't be scared to go nowhere."
Right.
But you wasn't one of them guys. It was like, "Hey, I'm riding my bike. Hey, let me see your bike. Hey, what size shoe them is?" It was, "Hey, you got a starter jacket? What size this is?" It
Right.
was so much I didn't have, and they wanted it, and there was so much of me. Like I was blessed. I come from a two-parent home. Both my parents worked. I was decent.
Right.
And I didn't know. I was just getting jiggy because my mama decided to make sure I was fresh.